Good evening, everyone. My name is Josh Espinoza, and I am a proud member of Prep 9 Contingent 34. Through my persistence, dedication, and most importantly, the support of people who believed I could, I have the pleasure of saying that just 8 days ago, I graduated from Phillips Academy, Andover. I would not have reached this pinnacle of my life without my parents. My mother and father grew up in Honduras. Thank you. My mother and father grew up in Honduras during a time of economic hardship and political instability. Young, in love, and faced with these adverse conditions, they came to the United States to start over. My parents settled in the South Bronx and worked nonstop. My mother has worked for over a decade as a cashier at our local supermarket, becoming a beloved member of our community. One day in the 3rd grade, after being disruptive in class, I told my mother I wanted to quit school because it was too difficult. No matter how many times I complained, she'd say to me, "Ahí te vas a quedar." You're going to stay there. Only later in life did I understand that her own sacrifices of early mornings, tiring workdays, and never once quitting taught me what hard work and responsibility look like. Living in one of the country's most underserved districts, I saw every day the forces my parents tried to escape from: poverty, instability, limited opportunity. I wondered if things could ever be different and if I could break this cycle. I first learned about Prep for Prep in the 6th grade. Though I made it to the final round, I was ultimately rejected. The day I found out, I cried to my mother that I didn't want anything to do with prep anymore. I felt like a failure. So when I got a second chance at prep through Prep 9, I initially said no, and my mother was afraid to send her oldest child to boarding school, something so unfamiliar to both of us. But after Ms. Rodriguez, director of admissions, reached out, my mother knew that this opportunity would open doors for our family. My grandfather always said I was el orgullo de la familia, the pride of the family. And I saw this was my chance to live up to that. The summer of 7th grade, I began the preparatory component. Due to the pandemic, the experience was almost entirely virtual, a full year of classes from my living room. That first night, after solving geometry problems and annotating Catcher in the Rye, I recorded a video message to my future self saying, I just wanted to work hard and realize my vision for the future. Over the next 14 months, I stayed up many nights doing homework as my mother and younger sister haven't slept. My father would come home after midnight too tired to talk, but I kept going for all of us. Prep gave me more than academics. It gave me mentors like Mr. Moses, director of Prep 9, a community of prep mates who would become my best friends, and occasionally a space to share some beats I had made. Though most of it was online, I still felt connected. At age 13, I arrived at Andover. It's campus filled with colonial buildings, and my reaction was something like, man, this is crazy. I had stepped into a world completely different from the Bronx. I was lucky enough to live with one of my closest friends, Zochi Ananaku, also Prep 9 Contingent 34. And I finally had someone to endure those late nights with me. At Andover, I threw myself into everything I hadn't been able to access before. I played football and wrestled and even produced a music album with friends. But for some time, guilt consumed me. I feared I was leaving behind the people who had raised me, forgetting where I came from. I struggled with whether I deserved to be there. At the most difficult moments of my Andover journey, my mother reminded me I had earned Andover by staying true to my vision. She told me that the family would be fine, that it was okay to continue chasing this future I had worked so hard to create. The leadership prep instilled in me blossomed at Andover, where opportunities to lead are everywhere. I became president of the Music Production Club, a leader for more than 200 Andover students, and president of the Brotherhood Affinity Space for Black and Latino students. Through my involvement, thank you. Through my involvement, I found older students who guided me, younger ones who I could mentor, and realized that I could help people by simply doing what I loved. This fall, I'll attend Tufts University to study applied mathematics and economics. As I embark on this next phase, my love of learning is just as strong as it was when I started Prep 9. Over time, I've realized that my life is my own. My achievements are not random. They're the result of effort, hope, and belief. I carry with me the hopes of my family and the shared values of our prep community, and I've learned that life is full of meaning if we are willing to fight for it. Thank you all.